Hello, everyone. It's my weekly session update for January 30th. It's been a great week. Things have really progressed very well. I wanted to give you some updates. You might have heard we won an election last week with Jennifer Wexton in the Senate. Lyndon Lewis formally, his recount is over, so he's taking his spot in the Senate. So we've got some balance in the two chambers here in the General Assembly. The Senate is doing pretty well. We're fighting some good fights here in the House. Give you some updates on some of my bills. My first ethics bill, which tries to help curb local corruption, has been referred to another committee. So it did not die, but it's going to a different committee to be heard. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. It just ensures that local officials do not accept campaign contributions during the procurement process if a contract is over $5 million. It's the same thing that the governor has to go through. So I'm hoping that we can do the same to make sure that there's some fairness there. My first bill that I actually introduced on skills vocational training, which is more of an economic development education bill, passed subcommittee, which is very exciting for me, on a 6-to-1 vote. So I'm very fortunate that as a freshman Democrat, we were able to gain bipartisan support. I had over half a dozen Republicans from the region jump on board just to save tax dollars to reduce the number of redundant programs. So I'm excited about that. My bill yesterday, unfortunately, died in the criminal law subcommittee. That has to do with the expungement of misdemeanors that have been deferred and dismissed. For me, it's just about helping people get good jobs, and unfortunately, that's very difficult. So it's if someone has been convicted of a misdemeanor, if someone has been charged with a misdemeanor but never convicted, and the judge decides to defer that and dismiss it, but they were never actually found guilty, then I think that here in the Commonwealth we should be able to say that that should be expungible, so it's not held against them. So somebody who's not actually found guilty shouldn't have something on their criminal record. I was proud to fight that good fight yesterday. Unfortunately, the numbers just stacked against us. Very exciting news about Medicaid expansion. You might have heard DMAS, which is the agency here in Richmond that oversees healthcare, came out with some new estimates that between now and 2022, we would actually the Commonwealth would save over $1 billion if we actually opt into Medicaid expansion. And the big reason is because of indigent care. Right now, we're currently on the hook for a lot of the indigent care expense here in the Commonwealth. And many of those individuals, in fact, close to 95% of them, would be covered under the Medicaid expansion, meaning that at least 90% of the bill would be shifted to the federal government instead of here at the state level. So that's very exciting to learn that we would save $1 billion by covering up to 400,000 more Virginians. So I hope that conversation will evolve in a great progressive way. I've loved so many visits by so many people from the Roanoke Valley. Thank you for coming to my office and voicing your opinion on and educating me on a variety of issues. I look forward to having you visit me. I'm in room 715. Love to have you here during session. But for the rest of you, hopefully I'll get to see you very soon back in the district. Thanks.